Hello adventurers of all shapes and sizes, my name is Chance, welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 11th episode of our Feat series. Today we're going to be taking a look at Drow High Magic. If you're part of the Underdark race, and you feel like you just need a little bit more oomph into your arsenal of already pretty mysterious and spooky stuff, then I would definitely take a look at this feat here. If you're unfamiliar with how feats work, you get them at usually every 4 levels or so. Some classes get them a little bit more than others, but for the most part, 4 levels is a generally accepted rule of thumb, and you get them instead of increasing your ability scores by 2. Alright, with that out of the way, let's take a look at the description for Drow High Magic. Now, I'm sure as you might imagine, there is a prerequisite, and that's that you gotta be a Drow. If you're not a Drow, no access. If you are a Drow, green light all the way through. Now let's read the description. You learn more of the magic typical of dark elves. You learn the detect magic spell, and can cast it at will without expending a spell slot. You learn levitate and dispel magic, each of which you can cast once without expending a spell slot. You regain the ability to cast those 2 spells in this way when you finish a long rest. Charisma is your spellcast ability for all 3. Very cool stuff there. Let's take a look at a quick walkthrough just so we can kind of break it down a little bit. First and foremost, detect magic at will. Super great. Basically replaces a whole invocation if you're a warlock, and you get it just because you're a drow? What? Pretty good. Also, levitate and dispel magic are incredibly useful abilities regardless of which class you are. Dispel magic can royally mess up mages, and levitate can add a whole new level of mobility to your character. Fact of the matter is, the rest really isn't too surprising. Your long rests are shorter because you're an elf, so that's pretty nice. And charisma, you already get a pretty good boost to that already. So let's take a quick look at my personal thoughts here, and you know what? I think this is pretty good. I really do. Adding additional magic to your arsenal without necessarily needing to use spell slots, super useful. In terms of who benefits most from it, I gotta say it's kind of a toss-up. On the one hand, magic utility is never a bad thing. Fact is essentially every class in the game could benefit from these spells. Detect magic, super amazing. Levitate, just as good. And dispel magic is one of the most iconic D&D spells. So, I can't think of any bad classes for it. It's got to make thematic sense. So naturally, if your character has shown no interest in spellcasting up until this point, it might not make sense from the picket. But I could probably see the rogue gaining the most from this, especially the assassin. And maybe that's just me personally. Using levitate is really, really powerful stuff for a rogue. But yeah, that being said, if you have any crazy ideas, any builds, or any cool stories that Drow High Magic has been a part of in the past, please put them down in the comment section. I love reading them. Everyone tuning in loves reading them. It's a really great community to be a part of. In any case, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Thank you again for tuning in, and as always, happy casting.